Subscribe to my channel.
Okay guys, welcome to lesson 18. In lesson 18 we're going to be looking at CSS opacity. So quickly guys, before I go forward, let me link our start sheet quickly. I'm going to link our start sheet. This is start sheet 18 CSS. Good. After saving it guys, this is our HTML for this lesson. Before going forward, please guys, I would like for everyone who have not subscribed to this YouTube channel to please subscribe guys. Please subscribe as we keep bringing you more content. Subscribe, hit the like button, and make sure you share the video, let the video go around as well. Now quickly discussing opacity. When we say opacity, what are we talking about? All right, we are talking about how the element or how that object is, let's just put it in this form. All right, the transparency of that identical element. Now as we continue with this lesson, you're going to see that we will be bringing in more transparency. When we say something is transparent, meaning why that you can see through it. All right, you can see through it. So opacity is basically about increasing and decreasing the transparency of that identical element, so that either you can see through it or you cannot see through it. Okay, so we're going to be working with that. So guys, before we go through, let me open this our HTML here into our browser so we can see it. And I'm having using opacity on text / image / text. All right, now we have an image here and we have a text down here. So quickly I'm going to rush to our CSS. We're just going to give this a body background color. We say light gray. Go and save this. Now but I want to divide this page into two so that we can be seeing whatever things we are doing. All right, so that we can be seeing everything that we are doing in this place. Good. Now we have our background color here. If I save it, come here and refresh this, now our background color have changed to light gray. Now the next place we want to come over here and say image. Now there's the image that we have here. All right, there's the image we have here, image. So according to this image tag, and then we apply our opacity to it. Now if I come here and say opacity, but firstly before applying opacity, because we want to have a clear view of our image, so we want to add something called the width and the height of our image. We want to have 200 pixels by 200 pixels, 200 pixels as well. After saving this, if I come and refresh it, now we can see it a bit. All right, so let me just make it 300, everything 300. Good. If I save this, okay, now we can see what we have here. Now if I come here, now let me give you the quick take. Opacity range from 0.1 to 1.0. okay, that is the range of opacity. All right, so please, I want us to understand this. Okay, this opacity value range. Good. Opacity value range is from 0.1 to 1.0. good. Now if I come here and say our opacity should be 1.0, okay, and save this, or I can just use 1. all right, opacity is 1. If I come here and refresh this, now you see what happened, nothing happened. Okay, that tells you that the default opacity of every image that we insert into our web page, it become more officially 1. So if I come here, everything by default the opacity is 1. So if I come here and say 0.2, or let's say 0.6, and then I save this and refresh this, now you see the brightness of the picture have reduced. Okay, the brightness of the picture have reduced. Now if I reduce this to 2, opacity should be 2, and then if I refresh it, now you see the brightness has also dropped. If I send this to 0.1 and refresh it, the brightness has also dropped. Now if I come here and change our opacity to something like 8. All right, 0.8, and refresh it. Now you see it come up, but it's not as when it is to 1. All right, we put it to 1, save it. Now you see what we have here. So we're going to keep this to 0.5, okay, which is half of 8, and save it. Now the next one we want to work on down here will be our h1. Our h1 element we have down here, we want the opacity to be 1, want it to be 0.7. we save this. Now if I come and refresh this, you see the writing also have gone down the same way. All right, now if I make that to 0.2, you see the writing have also reduced. If I reduce the opacity to 0, now see what happened. Boom, the writing is gone. The writing going away. Now what happened? The writing is there, but the writing cannot be seen, okay, because it is not that shiny for us to see it. Now it is 100% transparent, like a glass, okay, that we can see through it. So once we can see through it, that means we can see the background, okay, the background color. Now let's assume if the background color was something like red. All right, if it was red, trust me, okay, we save this. Now you will find out that the background color of it will also be red. Now I think you have understanding. So opacity is like reducing or increasing the transparency of the object, okay. So for here we'll say the text should be 0.5 as well. We save it. Now if I refresh it, now you can see, okay. So guys, you can keep playing around with it, okay. In further lesson we are going to work with opacity correctly so that you guys can have more idea, okay. When I say working with opacity correctly, that is, we're going to include it into our project, but I need you guys to have the basic understanding before we enter into the project, and then you'll be wondering where I took all of these things from, okay. So lastly, a quick tip, all right, a quick tip on our image, all right, a very quick tip on image, all right. We can keep this here. We come here and say img image and say hover, okay. That is our pseudo that we just used in lesson 17, okay. We say opacity is 1, all right, 1. Now we come here, we change the opacity to 0.5 and save it. Now if I refresh this, what happened? The opacity have dropped to 0.5, but if I hover over it, the opacity increase. If I hover over it, it shine. If I hover over it, the opacity increase. Now, so this is just for fun, all right, combining things, all right. So in our later project, we'll be combining all of the things. Then we'll be combining it. So guys, thank you very much for sticking around, okay. See you guys in lesson 19. Please don't forget to subscribe, please. See you guys in lesson 19. Thank you very much for following, okay.
Subscribe to my channel.